We are going to launch an instance, and before going to launch an instance, the first step what we have to do is go to the key pairs and create a key pair, give that to cap, whatever the name you want. Just create the key pair and it generates the .pem file. Take that .pem file and copy and put whatever wherever you want in the folder, and I'm keeping here, and come back. Now go to the security group, create a security group. The group name I'm giving cap2 sec2. I'm just giving um, cap2 instance creation, and here it's by default there is a VPS, virtual private cloud. So you just keep it as it is, and you can see there are two options here. One is inbound and another one is outbound. So we are the security group, as I mentioned earlier. So the security group is virtual firewall to control the incoming traffic, right? So you just go here and just keep these anywhere, don't mention any specific IP, and TCP like the SSH where the security, and generally the all the calls coming from uh, choose as our the general HTTP, then the port 8080 HTTP 8080, so to keep it anywhere. Then once you added these two roles and create the security group, and that's it. So first we created a key page on the security group, and now come back to the instances and launch an instance, give a click, and here the instance is created. We are about to launch an instance. So the first point, as I mentioned, like we have to choose the ABM mission, because ABM mission is Amazon machine image, where it AMI is nothing but a bundled software, right? So where it has the operating system and the respective languages and database. Where if you use the Windows, so it has the command prompt like DOS, or if you use Ubuntu. Okay, I'm choosing Ubuntu here, and go, and based on your requirement, whether you want to go for 64 or 30-bit or whatever it is, and you can choose here. If you say like free tier only, if you can choose free tier, and here you can see like see this here 64, but I'm choosing the Ubuntu server, and give a click, and it's launching. And make sure that you have to choose the instance type. I'm choosing micro, and it's a free tier, and go to the configure instance details, and you come here, and you can see here, and it is showing the network and subnet. It's showing um, some subnet availability zone. You can keep it as it is, or which zone. Since we are in Oregon west origin, then go to the west region. It's all or west, and you can choose any of the subzones which are available, and auto assign public IP, and you can make it is enabled. Actually public IP should be always enabled. Keep it as it is. IAM you can keep it as it is, and remaining thing you don't. I'm not going to change anything. I can keep it as it is, and go to the add storage. When here this is where the root uh, instance mm, uh, the the storage where we are adding it, right? So even I'm keeping by default the size. And one more thing, so make sure that the free tile the total storage is around 30 GB or something. Make sure that it should be keep below that, otherwise it's going to be chargeable. Make sure to give that particular storage. And I'm just choosing the general purpose and uh, general purpose volume type, and I will explain you what is this magnetic and provisioned all this stuff. And general purpose I'm choosing over here. And when we add this add new volume, and here see by default it's uh, uh, taking EBS. Okay, and these days it's not even okay. And also data should be encrypted. It's not encrypted probably. If you want, we can able to apply it currently. So currently the do device, your instance will be launched with the following. And you can also attach additional EBS volumes after launching an instance, but not instance store volumes. Learn about storage options in AMGT. So if you want to add any additional new volume and additional new volume, EBC persistence, the persistent data storage, right? So we can able to attach it, this one. And go to the tag and create, since it's a key and value, and give cap2 and value, give cap2. Okay, it's just a key value pair, to identify. It's just a tag, it's nothing more than that actually. And coming to this, the next, configure security key. And as we already, of course the by default it has ETP, then and if you go to the security, so create a new security. If you want, you can able to create it, or go to select and create your existing the security group which is already created, and choose this mm, second one, since we already given all this stuff. Now review and launch, and now you can verify all the details. Instead to be EBS only, instance storage EBS by default it has already. The instance storage GB or EBS only. Instance storage is EBS only, EBS optimized value. And the instance storage unlimited stores, EBS low moderate. So it has its and also the storage volume type, it's very clearly saying that volume type GB2 or size, and it's not encrypted. If you want, you can able to do it, all this stuff. I'm not going to talk too much on it. First let me create the instance and how to log into the virtual machine. Since I added all this stuff, oh, I so just I'm giving click over here and choose existing key pair, and I'm going to choose the 2 cap, and launching an instance here, and your instances are now launching. And if you go view, just give a click here. If you look into the status of the instance state, and it's showing the pending initially as for the life cycle of the EC2, and initially it is in pending. And once it's booting up, all the necessary software, and once the pending, once it's booting up, then it will, the status will be converted into running. And also you can see the status text, and it's saying that initializing, because all the uh, required software things are initializing. And see, now the instance state is running, and the status text should be 2 by 2 uh, exactly. And mm, so that's just wait for a moment until it's come to the 2 by 2. um, I think the meaning of this 2 by 2 is so all the initialized software is the loaded and completed, and it's um, so wait for a moment until it's now coming to this players. I'm going to the here, and where I copied here, right? So let me no, I'm taking another the another shell. I'm going to new tab here, and if you can look here, this and this I copied here. I'm just dragging. Okay, so this is where, so what I'm doing is I'm just going to this path. One moment. So here I created ls-lrt. So here you can see the read, or already it is in the, in case if there is no, if these permissions are not there, then just give something like a change mode, 455 or 655 with that 2 cap.pem. As soon as you give in, I mean, since it's already there, so we don't want to do any additional things. That's interesting thing. And come here and go back to the instance. Still it's initializing. You can see this is the cap 1, and this is the cap 2. Since still it's initializing, and as soon as the status the initializing all the software, then it's complete, then it will show the two checks. Okay, then once it's done, make sure that you can copy the DNS name, name of the DNS name or the IP of that particular I'm coming here. So I'm copying the machine and ssh minus I control that. I will say like ssh-i, and we just copy the path ls, it is 2cap.pem, then copy this and path, make sure that what is the name of this, 2cap.pem, 2cap.pem, and since Ubuntu Ubuntu 8. Okay, then copy this, controls, and first before going to do that, and now see the status is completed. So all the required softwares are loaded, and the status checks is showing the 2x2 checks. Now you can go to the terminal, come here and give this particular path as, and it's showing permission denied. Why is showing permission denied? ls-lrt, and just one more ssh. Oh, and I given the wrong name. The pm file is 2cap.pem. Okay, still it's showing. Okay, so probably because from the root level it doesn't have any permissions, so you have to give the sudo so that sudo. Okay, and then my yes, perfect. Now clear pwd and home Ubuntu, and who am I Ubuntu, and I can check host, and one moment, you can check with some of the I have config no, Yes, everything is fine. And as soon as since you connected the machine, the remote machine 172.31.44, just check IP config. Since here it's showing 172, this is the machine which we connected. The once it's done, come back to the root, clear pwd cdvar ls, and you can see all this. So where and come back here, lsc cd var cd ls backups. And let's boot all this stuff. So now the system is connected, and once it's done, we have to be do the software updates. So do apt get to start the server also. Once we done it, so I will start some servers. Apache server start AWSEC2.